Here's another one of those explainers for version 5, spring 2011. Internal rate of return calculation. I think we've done this quite a bit, but all that you're doing is finding the interest rate that makes the present worth equal to 0. In this case, you're taking that 28 that's in time period n, in which case the n is in time period 2. You're putting it over its initial cost, which is $22, subtracting off the 1, and that'll give you an interest rate of 12.8%, which is pretty good. So basic calculation is there. Question number 3 is asking you which is the best asset when there's no service requirement. Here, this is just your classic exclusive choice criteria, so you're just picking the asset with the highest present worth calculated for you. Oops. And so the one that you're looking for is asset B because it has the highest present worth. Question number 2 basically says if you have to provide 12 years of service, well, that's that key that you're going to be making repeated purchases, and you should be using the annual worth criteria. Those calculations are just taking the present worths, which are already calculated for you, and then stretching out those values by looking for A giving you no P over the life of the assets, which are given over here on the right-hand column. So what you're doing is taking 1.29, looking for A giving you no P, interest rate 10%, with n is equal to 4, and that'll give you the annual worth of asset B. Well, if you make these calculations, you'll find that asset A has an annual worth of 0.65, asset B has an annual worth of 0.4, so A is still best. Asset C has a -1, so you know that that can't be best, and asset D has an annual worth of 2.1. So if you look back, you'll see that asset A provides you with the highest annual worth. The final question is that internal rate of return criteria to find out which one's best in the exclusive choice sense. But you'll see that none of these internal rates of return are less than 20, so you don't have to go through the full procedure. All you got to do is say, well, none of them really work.